Logitech says, and roll 'em. Osiris O. Okay? Now we're going to turn around and go osmosis. O-S-M-O-S-I-S-O-M-S-O. Osmosis. 614-6191-6416. Toronto area code. 6146 equaling to 656 equals to 51995. Okay, in order to osmosis this, we would have to go 5191. So it would be 1991 of the spirit. What he saw, what she saw, what the sea saw, of the he was, of the Esau was he. It's an E-wash of the mind. The osmosis, the E-wash of the mind, transferring you from one world into another world. The cleansing of the E world, the electronic world, the splicing, the 3 points to E of picking up between two and creating within one. Not only that, there's a lot of numbers, and I spoke to you in my last video about 6226. This happens to be Venus Saturn. It also happens to be Hoover Dam. Highway 92, I don't know where it is. When we've broken this down already, so I don't want to go back into it, because if I did go back into it, it would reflect 1551, Jesus Christ, and this October. The 10th of the 5th, the most unlucky, right? They said the Mayans, 10 of 5. It was 10 of 5 because it was October 5th. It was the last days of the unluckies. Because after that, we knew the truth about reconnecting the island. It takes 10 days. From the 4th of October to the 14th of October, and if the 15th of October does not show up, there is no 5 of October. If the 5 shows up, there's a 15th of the October, and there's 288 days that we played in which we reconnect the islands. You see, here's a space, but I counted 10 fingers. But we took 2 of the fingers to connect together, to connect the 2 sides. So what are the 2 fingers, what are they valued at now? Because they closed space. It's what's in between the space. Just like the cat's tail that's wrapped around the cat. Could be on the left side or the right side, but it's still the same cat tail. I'm going to go on to this cassette now that I see it's going, and sometimes I like to show back what I've got. Okay, now, you see the 2 hospital zones, I and I, 2 levels. Okay, we can recreate what's in the center. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do to this. This is the roulette wheel. This is exactly the roulette wheel. This is the roulette wheel all around the world. Okay, this is the 00 roulette wheel. Whenever you see an X, if that's a place bet, that's a 35 to 1 odds. 35 to 1, 35 to 1. The X says 10. That means you're going to get 350 plus your 10 is 360. You went all the way around. That is 5. That is 10. That is 14. Excuse me. E-I-O. 5, 14, 23, 32. Like we mentioned, October 15th. 16 plus 30 is 46. Plus 31 is 77. 77 days to the 1st of January. 1.25 quarterback jack sneak. 52, 25, 77. 77 days left to go. 7, 8 is 15, becomes 6. 7, 8 is 15. O and O. O and O with this thing, this 2 over here says boo. And we're coming up to boo because it's going to be when the light hangs. 16 more days is the 31st, and 1/6 is the letter P, and it's the resident angel, the light of the cap. Boo-hoo. Hey, it's Halloween. If you want to go the 80th, the 77th day, okay, or the 88th day from the beginning of the year, it would be the 29th. It would be this weekend, this Saturday. It's the 29th, is a reflection of this, of the 88, the long count. The 101, the 91st day of the year is April 1st. 91, 7 by 13, right? 7 by 13, 91. 13 cards times 7 days in the week, 91 days. 91 counted up to the king. 10, 5 and 5, 6 and 4. Why? Because on the dice there is no 7 and 3. It's just like throwing a baseball. You throw 1 ball, 2 balls, 3 balls. All of a sudden, if you throw a 4th ball, guess what happens? The guy goes to first base. How is that possible? Well, you threw 3 balls, 4 balls, and you walked to first. The expression is 3 balls, no strike. You throw 1 more ball, you're on first. Isn't that the way it happens? So, but at the same time, he threw a ball. Did he throw a strike? Well, he threw it at the batter. So if he throws the ball at the batter and he hits him, well, it's not really a strike, but you hit the batter, and the strike's a batter, the batter's a ball. The strike's a batter. The batter's up. He hangs upside down in this world. Isn't it the way it goes? All batters up. Come on, Jack, let's go. JT, 10-20. Right? Anyways, we're not going to get into that. Charlotte's Web, Charlottetown Conference. Mary had a little lamb. Kraft, pepper, salt, relish, ketchup, mustard. Paste it all in there. Don't think of any of it. Saturn and October. Red October. For what red planet? Anyways, 125, okay? A-B-E. Abe Lincoln, 125th day of the year, May 5th. 25 into 125 goes once. You put it in over there, you're left with 87. Excuse me. In 125, there's 5 times 25 into 125. 125th day of the year, 512 memory. We're going slowly, but we're going forward. Where are we going? I'm not too sure. The special thing about numbers is number 1 and 5 and number 2 and 3 will both create 1111. Number 1 and 4 and number 2 and 3 will create AC, what is the BC AD, before and after Christ. But 1 times 4 and 1 plus 4 will create 9. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 will now create 11. But 1 and 5 also create 11, saying that 1 and 5, although it's a value of 6, is still inside the 11 world, as same as B and C inside the 11th world, because it's 2 times 2 is 4, and 4 by 3 is 12. So right away you're in the secondary world, you made 2 digits. In the first world you started with A, in the second world you got A and B. Blu-rays and blue jackets and things we see blurry. Pistons and Detroit and Stanley Cup champs that might not show up. But behold and beyond. Let me go into something else. I'm still into music, and you watch out for the tenor, tenant, the tenants, the attendants at the baseball game. When they come out for the first game of the year near April 8th and the hockey season ends, and I repeat it before. Now, where am I going to go next? I can show you lots of numbers. I mean, this number shows up over here, but I showed it before. 717. This is the gateway. We're coming into the gateway for sure. I've not seen these numbers for no reason. I don't know, but somehow I wrote a poem last night in 6 words, and it said, loving you forever, I offer you my love, and I only can offer you no more than communication and kindness. So therefore, saying that love equals communication and kindness, that is what I can offer. There's a few things we can go in here. What we can do at 6 and 4, because it's in the 10 world. It's the East-West 10 world. It's also letters D and F. So you put D and F together over here, it becomes 10. Then the 10 becomes 1. 1 and 6 becomes 7. 1 and 4 becomes 5. It's what you can do after you get the answer with the individual would be the difference. 7 and 5 or 5 and 3. Electric company or inside the middle world where the diamond's in the rough. And you can do the same to 6 and 4, 6 and 5, 6, 4, and 5. I'm doing it with the 3 letters in the middle. Okay? And each of them will create 9 and 1 is 10, 6 and 1 is 7, 3 and 1 is 4. 8 and 2 is 10, 5 and 2 is 7, 2 and 2 is 4. 6 and 1 is 7, 4 and 6 is 10, 7 and 6 is 13 is 4. They all come the same thing. 1, 2, 6, 9. With all these combinations, this is how it works out. If you want to enter into the clubhouse, everybody's advised you're into the clubhouse. You're into the clubhouse. Wait, everybody gets a baseball jacket. You want to get that baseball jacket? Let's put the jacket. Yes, little stitching on the jacket, and we'll get the jacket around you. Okay, so now we're into the stadium. Here's part of that diamond. The only way these two survive together is if this half diamond and this half diamond reconnect somewhere. So this might be the jaw, and this might be the forehead. I don't know. But you have 1, 4, and 7. 1 and 6, 1 and 9, 1 and 3. 4, 1, 7. 3 and 7, 4 and 6, 4 and 9. 4, 1, 7. 7 and 9, 7 and 6, 7 and 0. 7, 4, 7. 7, 4, 7 exists in the fivefold, only over here. That's where your 6 and 9 develop. This one over here, when you come to 13, over here a number 4 only, this is your AC. But here is where AC connects to Mars and Pluto. And where Pluto, as number 4, as you can see, is connected to 6 and 4, D and F. 6 is connected to D and F, and it's connected to J for Jack. Jack me up, put me on in. Put me on into the ball game. I'm ready to go down. Where is that human being? Oh, there is that dorky kid. Look at that. I'm going into a body of a 3-year-old kid. Or maybe he's 4 years old. I'm not really sure. I'm going into that body. Oh, my God. Look at this. Oh, my God. Thank God he's not making in his diaper anymore, because I ain't going to stand for it. I'm a spirit. I'm thousands of years old. I got to come down into those bodies. I got to go to the washroom and sit there, and my best place to concentrate is while I'm taking a dump. Oh, my God. All right. I'm in. I'm in. I'm in. Tired of helping him. May as well live with him. Can help him when I'm down here if I ever remember. Don't let me forget this time. So anyways, I'm just showing you a combination of different numbers. And you know what happened this morning? One of my numbers came up. It was crazy. I mean, there's numbers we don't check. If I win a game, I go up a half. If you win the game, you go up to half. But when I win and you lose, I go up. Do I go up a whole? If I went up a whole, no. All games are valued at half. If I win, is that the way it goes? I win a game, you win a game, I go up 1 GBL. But if I went up 1 GBL and you went down 1 GBL, if I win, that means that would be 2 GBLs, but you never go down 2 GBLs. When I win, I'm 1 GBL ahead of you when you lose. So that means I'm only getting a half for each team. You're not going anywhere. I'm just winning your half, and I get to keep my half. So we get to mark it on the board, because I can never lose that half because of the 162-game schedule. Oh, no, not 162. What are we going to do at 162? Let me look around here. Oh, I'm quite sure I can create something. Don't you worry. There's a lot of things that I probably won't even say. 1 and 1 is 2, 2 and 2 is 4, 6 and 6 is 12 equals 3. Let's see if I have this over here. Hold on a second. I've got it in a few places. Oh, yes. Right here. 6, 1, and 2. DNA. 1, 4, 1, 2, 6, 1, 2. On the cross, 1, 4. All over here. The dog pound. 216 days. 216 hours divided by 25,920 of 24 hours in the day times 24 equals 216. 72 times 3 equals 216, and on and on and on and on. 141 is 3 times 47. His time limit in one game is 41. That's why Middle Ages, they say it's in the 40s. Anyways, by the time you hit 40, you ain't playing baseball no more. Right? We can also go in and get to Chaldean and mix up the numbers between the four worlds, even inside gematria. But I did this on the last one. I just wanted to get to the 612. When you get to 621, you know what happens? When the top of this, when you finish 6 innings of baseball, okay, and the other team is batted in the 7th, they have 21 outs. You only have 18 outs, letter R and U. But we weren't getting this. We were getting to the bam, 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 Obama, bam, bam. That's what comes out right over here. What am I going to put down over here? I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure what I'm going to fill in, but I'm really excited to know myself. So we went over here and we got those numbers 2, 1, and 6. Do you see this T in the road? It can only split up 3 ways, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. But you can't mark a number. Because if you mark a number, there's something missing in between. You know what's missing in between? The barbell. The difference between here and here connecting the 2 sides is the joining sides together. So the point 1 is the difference of the element of the air creek for the flow. Because you need air. The air doesn't come out. The water doesn't go anywhere. There's air. There's air. Air takes up space. Isn't it weird? Air takes up space, yet you walk into it every single day, and when you're running into it. It's weird. It's weird. So I'm not sure what I'm going to mark over here, otherwise than being on the cross and on the cross. Watch this. This number over here, okay, 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 equals 9. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 equals 9. Okay? This one, okay, I'm only counting letters here, but this one equals 9. I do the top one over here, it equals 9. You have 9, 9, 9. I'm not doing any crisscross, so right now I have 9, 9, 9, so you have 6, 6, 6. This way is 2, this way is 3, and this way is 4. But if you really want to look what you have, okay, is I can only count down this way. I can't go this way. I have to count down this way and only use my existing letters. Mabo. And then Bama. And then Mabo. Mabo, Bama, Mabo. Bama, Mabo. If you want, you can go Obam, Amab. But you always got to leave Obama and then Mab, and then you can go O. So you would be over here is 14, 13, 14, 13, 14, 13, 27. 27 and 1 is 28, and 27 is 55. Telling you it's the passage. Telling you there's no R in here, and I'm destined to put an R in here. I'm not sure if I put the R in the P. I have to figure out why the Rotasoro was made the way it was. Okay, so we are going to put something into here, and I will fill something in, and I know I'm not telling you enough. 214, what is 214? 107, 107, JG, JG, 52, 52. Love, 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 214. What is 21, the cube? What is 62, the queen? 62, 26. It's also for 8, because like I showed you, look, this is 6 and 2 in the center. That's your H. Excuse me, that's your O. 8 creates the O. That's what it seems like. So if we had 2 of them, it'd be O and O. You follow me? See the way it goes all the way around? But it shouldn't be like that. Should it? Should only be able to connect this space. At the same time, if you take a look close into the letter, the division between each of the circles, take a look at the design. It's like X's. It's like this. The house of 10, the house of 1, how to create this. Things that can happen in baseball. 0 and 1. 0 and 2. 1 and 1. 1 and 2. 2 and 2. 3 and 0. 3 and 1. 3 and 2. When you count into the end, did I make a mistake? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've had 9 pitches. 9 different situations. Here's 2-1 here and here's 2-1 here. I shouldn't even count that. Okay, but it had to revert to the other way. So we'll count it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many pitches can we throw in both combinations on each side when the batter goes? There's a 2 and 1, yeah, 2 strikes, 1 ball. But you can never go past 2. It's A and B over here, and it's A, B, C over here. Otherwise, after A, B, C, okay, when you get 4 balls, it shows a 0 for a ball, and you get a walk. And guess what? It equals 10. 1, 2, 3, 4 equals 10. In 3 strikes, you equal to the number of the batter. 1 plus 2 equals 3. Creation of the batter, 3 equals 6. That's the batter. 6 and 3 is 9. He's out. But this one over here, you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. You had 1, 2, 3 equals 9, plus the last one is 10. You get 19. Now, man's on the moon. You got first base. Things about the number 5 and 2 and the creation of the 7th gate, that if it was a water spout, once I turn the water, it'll shut this one off, turn this one on, and transfer it over to this side. So you turn one knob, it does 3 operations. Okay? And that would show up on the number 8. So you would call it the 7th gate. It looks like an 8 because it takes place on 2 levels. The 7th gate of 8 is on 2 levels. It takes the bar number 3, creation of the 6th person to make the action, creating the 9 into the result back into the 8 world through the 7th gate, which says when you flip over the 2 and the 5 upside down inside each other, they remain the same because they're doing the same operation. But inside this operation, there is something a little bit different. When you create a 2 this way, that upside down 2 may cause it to look like a 7. And I've seen it many times. Where, when, and why, I'm not too sure. But sometimes that 2 will create that 7. Is it at the beginning of the opening of a funnel? Is it what happens when electric transfers from one side to the other side? Oh, look, somebody just came for a visit over here. Look at this. I see a visitor. Look, oh, look at that. There's a visitor. Looks like a nun, eh? Does that look like a nun? Yeah, I wonder who that is. Okay, got to put back my page. Hey, I disappeared from the screen. There I am. Okay, so another thing is with the tenors and the opera and the closing of Harpo Studios and the Wind Fry, I mean, it all fits in the opera and the tenors and the Honeywells. Does everybody know that don't get your dog spaded? Bob Barker. Get your dog, get your pets neutered. Okay? Get your pets neutered. It's a lube job. Okay? Spade, spades, hearts and spades. Talking about the Puppy Foundation, it's almost like we were the puppies. Don't knock it out. Whatever question you once had in your lifetime, I'll tell you right now, right here, right now. The only time I'll ever tell you this is right now, because the next time I tell you it'll be now then. You don't just die. You don't just die. You don't just die. If you think you're complete, if what you're thinking is right now is over after you're dead, you are completely wrong. It's more than just begun. Imagine if you were allowed to look at all the questions you ever asked in your life before you get to go into the next world, that you get to relive part of this worldly life in some way, in some fashion. Wouldn't you like that? Wouldn't that be possibly possible? Of course. If I can think it, they thought it. If they thought it, somebody else thought it. If somebody thought it and another thought it, others would have thought it, and then it would be real. Be real enough in the first thought. This holds up your stop sign. T-E-N-E-T. Any? Enemy? I told you, not 10, Yahoo. Yeah, the Y of Yahoo is 251. Yeah, 512 memory. Yahoo is 25166. 512 memory of this world of 6 and 6. About soul 6. And I'm assuming it's the spirit 9. 6 and 6 because 9 is only an angle. 4. 4 corners to a circle. 7, it's only part of this 3. You get to just close the tap with. 6, it's the connection of the 2 sides of your hips, your hippie-IA. 5, well, just hook me up with love. Give me 2 parts of this world and 2 parts of that world, and I'm coming here to join you. 3, give me a face. 2, make me live. 1, give me the heart. I put it all together with love. This will be the end of this video, but before I end it, there's so many things that fit in to the numbers. This 7286 is the biggest you can get. 2 times 2 creates your 7th gateway for 8. 0 equals 6, so we become 7286. 4 is your 4 corners of 2 worlds, in which once you become the 2 worlds, you now hook up here, you hook up here, you hook up here, and you hook up here. You hook up this world over this world. And I'm assuming that that's what these 2 extra dots are. You got to tie down them ropes. How do you think hemp is the #1 subject of this world? Because it was hemp that built this world. It was hemp that tied the islands together. Seaweed is part of the hemp family of the ocean. Hemp is in seaweed, is in the ocean. And they are serving it at all the sushi bars. So we've been eating and smoking and farting and shitting hemp for a long time. They just mixed up the names a little bit. Have you ever heard of all the names with IA? Malaysia, Colombia, Asia, Arabia, IA-10, IA-10, IA, artificial intelligence. Get ready for hemp, artificial soul spirit aid for extra intelligence in this world. A little bit of weed, too much greed, will low and go slow before you woe. Thank you for watching.